Hey gorgeous angels, hello everyone, how are you guys today? I wanted to share a bit of a different video today. I haven't done one of these before, but I just go with what I'm guided to do. It's on pussy power, but I'm going to come from the two different places of the beautiful, sacred, divine pussy portal power, and how we use that, or coming from the feminine, coming from the female, coming from the toxic pussy power. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. It's what I've been guided to talk about today. This came about because I'm doing a documentary called the Divine Goddess. Oh God, I can't even speak today. The Divine Goddess. And I was talking to my daughter on the phone about it, and she has a friend that is very successful and runs a company, and I'm not sure if the company's called the Pussy Portal, but she does a course related around that or something. Anyway, very successful, and we were talking about asking her to be in the documentary, and Spirit was showing me how women need to be more discerning and learn more about how they are using the power of that beautiful, sacred, divine womb essence, right? So it's so powerful, and it's been abused. And when I say it's been abused, the female have been abusing themselves as well and not honoring themselves. So the toxic pussy power, and everyone's heard about, you know, pussy power in society. It means this, it means that, you know, everybody kind of gets an idea. Let me put down this window because it's heating up a bit. So the toxic pussy power is, we're programmed with a lot of beliefs, right, as we grow up, and society narrates it all, and you've got to dress like this, be like this, act like this, do this, blah 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 blah. And so a lot of feminines fall into that trap of feeling that they need to be a certain way to attract a man, be a certain way to attract anything, basically, and they use that pussy power. And there is not, don't get me wrong, it's not a judgy thing. We are to draw on that beautiful, divine womb essence and power. The feminine energy is magnetic, right? This is how she works through her life on her divine path, coming from that beautiful power, that sacredness. Everything comes from that beautiful, sacred, internal, feminine womb essence, you know. And there's a lot of incredible, beautiful, divine feminine rituals around this and practices around this, and I won't get into that in this video. I've done quite, you know, over the years, several ones myself. I put this, there's a whole part in my course about this, about the beautiful sexual womb power, how we can even use that to clear a lot of our blocks and everything like that, and I put that in my course. But I've really never done a video on it in the sense of to show women how powerful it is, compared to using it in a toxic way, which can, they think, women will think is powerful, right? But it's really, it's a very low frequency, low vibrational power, and it's not about coming from love, kindness, integrity, soul path, soul purpose, anything like that. It's still coming from that lower earth, old earth, manipulation, toxicity, control, coming out of their wounding still. So if you're still manipulating through pussy power, then you're still in wounding. And by doing that and being like that, you're not honoring yourself. So this video, again, it's not a judgy video or anything like that. It's a video to help women discern where they're coming from in their pussy power. So if you let's just tackle the toxic pussy power for the moment. This is where the female will use that power to lure in a man, somebody to keep the man, to maybe, you know, entrap him some way through manipulation, control, due to her own unworthiness and having her cup not filled. So it's an unconscious way of doing it. Unconsciously, they will use, you know, especially if their partner or a man, they know men love sex, you know, most men love sex, and so they'll come from that place, whether they're dressing up to go out, whether they're already in a relationship and they feel that, you know, it's not quite right, and they may feel they're losing that relationship in some way, or something's dying or fading or whatever, and they'll manipulate the situation because it's coming from, oh my God, you know, like, I don't want to lose that person or whatever. And they'll come from that pussy power. So women can use it in lots of different ways, but ultimately it comes through as manipulation, control, and, you know, usually it works well with men because men love sex, or even if they, you know, even if it's not great sex, it's still regular sex. So this is not a conscious relationship. This is not a conscious anything. All of this is coming from very toxic wounding when we manipulate and do it from this place. The reason we need to really be aware of this as women is because we need to really step up our growth a lot more, and in terms of how we're really using that power. Like I said, it's a very powerful magnetic power, and are you using it and being discerning and using it for your good, or you're using it from your wounding to fill your cup, or have someone else fill your cup, or to get what you want? That is, again, it's coming from that ego toxic manipulation, which women, you know, a lot of people talk about men, what they do to women, but women do a lot to men as well. So we're not honoring ourselves. Women are not honoring ourselves when we're in that place. When you're doing that shit, you're not honoring yourself, okay? And come back to yourself always. There is no self-love in that. There is no self-love when you're doing that shit, okay? And if you're not even aware, if you're unconscious of the fact that you're doing it, it's time to sit back and take a look at that. First of all, why would you even want to be in a relationship where you need to do that, to hold on to that, or hold on to a man, or hold on to a situation, okay? Second of all, if you're doing it in a workplace, I don't even want to go there about doing it in a workplace, because there is so many women that have fought so hard for, you know, for the rights to be able to work in a workplace with not being sexually abused in the workplace, okay? I get really powerful about this because I was sexually abused in the workplace twice when I was a lot younger, and I have that in my book as well. So I am very much like, please don't do that shit in the workplace to encourage a man or a boss or whatever, like to get yourself up the ladder or whatever, because you're only escalating that toxic energy out into the collective consciousness. Because whatever we do in our own personal life, it's not our own life, that shit gets out to the collective energy, okay? Every thought, every action, every spoken word, everything we do goes out to the collective energetically, and that energy gets attached to anybody that, you know, that comes into their field to deal with that as well. So we don't want to deal with that, especially the 144,000 that are here to break down all those patterns and shit through the Akashic records, that generation upon generation and incarnation upon reincarnation, that we are breaking down all those templates. We don't want to we don't want those to keep going through the energy and cycling and in the quantum field. So we want to get rid of that shit. So stop doing that if you're doing that in the workplace, and stop doing it if you're doing it from a place of trying to grab a man, or if you're already in a relationship and that's how you're trying to keep them, you know, because, oh, they may like sex, so I'll just give them more sex, or I'll let them do things to me that I'm not comfortable with, or I wouldn't want to do, or whatever. We're just not honoring yourself. So first and foremost, come from a place of honoring yourself, anything you are doing in that toxic circle of situations that I just mentioned is not honoring yourself at all. So, you know, from one female to another, it's time that you really stop doing that shit and honored yourself. Because, you know, girl to girl, woman to woman, you know, we need to lift each other up from that divine, beautiful, feminine power. Okay? When we flip it and we use our pussy power from the divine feminine, wow, it is magical. It is incredible. And we bring in so much into our life. So much, pardon me, from abundance. I won't use the word successful really, because to me, everybody determines success in a different way. To me, successful is not having lots of money and fancy cars and houses or anything like that. I'm not materialistic like that. That might be someone else's view of success, and that's fine for them, but I don't see that as a higher consciousness term of success. So for me, success is when you can master yourself through self-love, your beautiful divine essence, and be on your soul path, you know, powering through your soul path, listening to your intuition, being guided by your higher self, being in a place of just understanding that that is actual success, that is higher divine, your higher divinity, you know, just going on that greater spiritual path and facing your shit and clearing out your shadow and working consciously on that path and raising your vibration consciously all the time, not bypassing, but consciously facing and raising your vibration. That to me is success. That is what is the most successful thing about walking on this planet, walking this earth plane in this human suit. That's success to me. However, everybody's different. But the one thing that is the saying is from one divine feminine to another woman. Consciously take a look. Step up your conscious and awareness, because you are not honoring yourself. Because if you are in any type of situation, whether it be the relationship with someone or in a workplace and putting up with stuff like this, or whatever it may be that you are using your power that way, not only are you not honoring yourself, but you're also way off path to your own soul path and not listening to your soul or intuition of what's right for you, what your highest purpose is, you know, lifting you to be the best version of yourself. So it's about taking a step and going, wow, is this serving me? It's actually not. And I'm worth more than this. You know, be worthy of yourself, of who you are. Clear out that stuff, that unworthiness that is making you choose and make choices that then from those choices you have an external reality that you're kind of not wanting to be in, or not even realizing you're not wanting to be in, but still living through the same patterns and cycles. So when we choose consciously from that higher conscious, it'll always have a better result, you know, a more flourishing result. So take a look at how you're using your pussy power. Why wouldn't you want to use it from a truly sacred divine place? You know, and when we use that, I'm not talking about shutting that down, actually quite the opposite. I'm talking about honoring it and honoring that sacred power and being guided to use it that way. And that might lead you to your divine partner, your soulmate. You know, it might lead you to having, like I said, when you follow, you'll wake up and go, oh wow, actually now I feel like I'm more aligned on my soul path. Wow, this shit's crazy. Like, this is magical. This is amazing. You know, so there's a lot of unconscious women out there that do not see it this way, and because they don't understand it or understand it, however you want to say. And pardon me, there's a lot that do not speak up. This is clearing out and speaking up. because women do get stuck. Like like women do things and then they get stuck in that pattern or in that relationship or in that situation, and then they go, oh shit, now how am I going to get out of this? You know, it's really not serving me. And on a day-to-day life, you think it might be serving you because, I don't know, it might be bringing you in money, you know, whether it's a job or whether it's a relationship and you've got support, like financial support. It might be, you might have, you know, you might be raising children and you need that financial, not financial, well, financial as well, but also that support. But honestly, take a look at yourself. Are you honoring yourself that way? You know, because are you using that person or that situation to get what you want because you're too afraid to really face your fear and push through that? And that kind of just came through worded like that. So I didn't think I was going to really say it that way. But, you know, there's obviously a message in there for someone that's listening to this. Okay, so there's various different ways that we will make excuses for the choices we've made or the situations that we're in to go, oh no, I'm fine, that's fine. Oh no, this is what I want. Oh no, this, but is it really? And so this video was to help you take a step back and really be discerning that when you put that call out to somebody, when you initiate something, whatever it is, even if you're already in a relationship or in that situation, how are you using your power? How are you using your pussy power? Is it to manipulate the situation and control the situation out of fear and insecurities and unworthiness? Or are you doing it from a sacred place? When you're doing it from a sacred place, you'll never have to question it. You'll never ask yourself, am I doing it from this place or that place? You'll always know. Because when you're coming from that sacred divine energy and honoring yourself, you'll know 1,000,000% immediately. Are you honoring yourself? Are you honoring and respecting yourself and your path and your soul and your purpose and your divine alignment? Or does it feel off? Are you not really doing that? And you'll know in your heart, you just go into your heart and you'll know, is it coming from a heart place or is it coming from ego? Is it coming from a place of unconditional love, compassion, kindness? Is it coming from a place of fear, doubt, ego, scrambling, loneliness, insecurity, unworthiness? Oh my God, fear, I'm not going to have this if I don't do that. Oh, I have to do it this way. So, yeah, anyway, I'm gone 18 minutes in and I didn't expect to go 18 minutes in. But that's my little pussy power video, guys. And a beautiful message at the end. Well, the whole thing's been a beautiful message, but just a message at the end to the women that are watching this. Please, 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 let's honor each other, honor ourselves. Honor ourselves first, and then we can honor the divine feminine as each other. Honor yourself and how you're using your sacred body, how you're using your pussy power, how you're using your divine essence. Honor and respect first has to come from you if you want it from somebody else. Honor and respect has to come from you first, self-respect and self-honor, before you can obtain it from somebody else without them having an agenda as well. Because while I'm talking about us, the person or situation you're interacting with, frequency attracts the same frequency, right? You're attracting the same energy. So they've got an agenda as well. They're not really being present with you coming from their sacredness either, or their sacred heart. It's time to step up to the higher consciousness and honor ourselves and respect ourselves unconditionally, unapologetically, every single moment of every day. And when we use that beautiful divine pussy power essence to channel that into our divine path, magic happens. Okay, guys, love you all. Peace out. Take care. Bye.